you live scared of what will happen. What will happen with my kids?
I ended up being sentenced to death and went to Illinois' death row.
Llegué a este país. So I came to this country very young, and a lot of things happened to me, very bad things.
The Illinois Access to Justice program supports over 60 organizations serving tens of thousands in Illinois, those who need help navigating the courts and justice systems.
Passing Access to Justice was an incredible win for our communities.
When you look at people who are impacted by mass incarceration and mass deportation, it's basically the symptoms of, the same problem. And that is systems that seek to oppress, to hold down people and keep them from really living their best lives.
The Westside Justice Center and the Resurrection Project were awarded a $10 million grant to provide funding for partner organizations that deliver vital community services.
This is the first program at the state level that's providing funding to organizations serving undocumented folks and providing free legal services to undocumented folks across the state.
We really created an authentic Black-Brown coalition across the entire state of Illinois, lifting up community-based legal aid services in a way that had never been done before.
Organizations like Partners for Our Communities and the Illinois Prison Project are just 2 organizations out of nearly 60 that provide vital services to thousands in Illinois.
Those organizations are dedicated to either addressing the barriers to justice, either through mass deportation or mass incarceration.
In a criminal justice system where 40,000 prisoners have no chance of parole and 25% are elderly, hope runs thin. But the Illinois Prison Project brings renewed hope and freedom to elderly rehabilitated prisoners.
I'm a good dude. At the core of who I am, I never thought for one bit that I was just a horrible person. What I learned and I believe about myself is that good people can do horrible things.
The Illinois prison system is really overstuffed with people who are elderly, who are disabled, who have long since aged out of crime.
While on death row, Renaldo Hudson learned to read, earned his college degree, found God, started a newspaper and a counseling program. With help from the Illinois Prison Project, Renaldo was released after 37 years.
I'm a witness of hope. I'm an example that a life can be transformed from the most darkest of places to a representation of hope.
And in those 37 years, Renaldo has become the most startlingly wonderful person I think many of us feel we've had the honor to meet.
The Resurrection Project champions immigrant rights with hands-on assistance through a team of community navigators.
So we were able to train 20 women who went forth and each at least trained about 10 women.
My job is to share that information, and I think we as a team, we made a big impact on the people when they needed assistance for food or to go to the doctor or to get legal advice. So we are being able to deliver that information.
I came from an abusive family. I had a stepfather that abused me in many ways. One of them was physical. One day he dragged me by my hair, it was I don't know, almost the whole street, almost 2 streets, and nobody did anything.
Access to Justice is bringing in a lot of stories of a lot of times heartbreak, but with a positive at the end, thankfully, because of Access to Justice.
I've been waiting 17 years to get this kind of help. Thank you.
The Westside Justice Center is an oasis of help and hope. Lawyers and community advocates help navigate a system that is tangled, oppressive, and often feels hopeless.
We'll always be fighting the uphill battle, but this program allows us to come together and synergize in a way that we haven't before. And then there's just the feel-good factor, quite honestly. Essentially, this moment in time now is the Olympics that we've trained our entire careers for as public interest lawyers. One such example is we had the great opportunity to have a new mural 22 feet high revealed on the back of our building. And that is important because it's a vision of hope and beauty for the community.
It's been really incredible to work with the Westside Justice Center. They're a small but mighty team.
Access to justice opened up the door for us immensely, greatly, and in a much needed way. It truly was an answer to my prayers.
Access to justice, a basic human right.